Enagic is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. It sells this water filter thing. They call it a water ionizer. Participants claim you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, that they have a system that's duplicatable, and they also make all kinds of health claims. The good news about Enagic participants doing this, those two things, is that they're actually violating the FTC Act. And I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing with two examples. So then you can go out and you can make reports to the FTC. This isn't just now saying, oh, it's a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme and then having to wade through that quagmire that the FTC has upheld for so long, that there's good MLMs out there and just there's only the odd one that is a pyramid scheme. You can just bypass all of that and just report that they are violating the FTC Act. I've put links to the resources that I'm going to be citing in this video for you. And then right below that, I'm going to be putting all the links to places that you can report to. You can report to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, Canada's Competition Bureau, the SEC, the FTC, all of that. So I moved the where to report kind of further up the list of all the resources in the description. The first video I want to show you is about income claims. Now, Enagic is in all countries because multi-level marketing companies are like a virus that just spreads on the wind. They're in your country. If you're watching this, Enagic is probably in your country. I know they're in Canada. So you can make a report to the FTC wherever you live in the world. You don't have to be a citizen of the US to file a report with the FTC. So I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to go to the FTC site and I'm going to show you what it says about making these income claims.
I went to a Bali retreat with like-minded people, all doing the same online business like me, and this is what they said.
I took the opportunity to go all in this business, and in the last month I've been able to generate over 12 grand of income.
Our highest month I think was around $11,000.
So November I did 56,000, December I did 44,000, and this one I'm on about $80,000 at the moment, on track to 100.
So last month I actually was top enroller and my sales volume was 34,000.
What was your highest month?
About 38,000 in 4 weeks, yeah.
Actually, no, I've just retired from my 9 to 5. I just had a normal job for all of my life, so that's been a huge thing for me. My partner.
Yeah. So I did $91,000 when I was 18 years old in 1 month.
Our highest month so far has been about 42,000.
Yeah, nearly 45,000.
Yeah.
I've hit a 10k month and obviously traveling to Bali, so I guess those two things put together, beautiful.
Well, as I said in my speech yesterday, I went from like $0 to 23,000 in 1 day. I got paid 23k yesterday as I was talking in the speech, which I got a bit emotional about because I'm like, wow, that used to take me months and months. Well,
biggest accomplishment was having Michael come out of construction and not go back to that lifestyle. After 15 years of working in construction, he's finally out of there. He's not doing it anymore. And it's, been the best thing for him. He's been more present with his kids, more present with me. So it's been really, really good.
My biggest month has been $38,000. I've been able to quit my job, obviously. I've been living in Indonesia, 15 minutes from here.
For me, I think my best feeling I had so far is my 10k month. This was something I'm like, I would have to work 4 or 5 months for it. This is insane, but you can only believe it when you experience it.
Well, this is what a get-rich-quick scheme looks and sounds like. Now I'm going to take you over to the FTC. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is on this page. FTC proposes rule changes, a new rule to deter deceptive earnings claims by multi-level marketers and money-making opportunity sellers. And this is the paragraph that I just want to show you, is right here where it says, while deceptive earnings claims are already illegal. So now I think it's good to look at what exactly is a deceptive earnings claims. Could it possibly be any of the things like those people said in that little Instagram video? I'll give you a hint. Yes. This document, business guidance regarding multi-level marketing. You want to scroll down. There's a lot of information in here that you'd find very useful. You scroll down to point number 13, deceptive earnings and product claims. How should an MLM approach representations about income and earnings to current and prospective participants? An MLM's or its participants' representations related to the business opportunity, including earnings claims, violate Section 5 of the FTC Act if they are material to consumers and false, misleading, or unsubstantiated. This is true wherever the representations are made, including on social media, in live presentations, in one-on-one conversations, or in any other medium. Whether representations are deceptive is a fact-specific inquiry, but here are some guiding principles about earnings claims. Any earnings claims should reflect what the typical person to whom the representation is directed is likely to achieve in income, profit, or appreciation. Now, in any multi-level marketing company, multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, there is over 99% of people who must lose because that's how these things are designed. Most people are going to be losing money. Most people aren't going to be earning money. It's less than a fraction of a percent of people that are going to be actually making money. But you can see in this particular video, it seems like everybody's winning and all you had to do is just work hard and believe. And you think, wow, this is just so easy. This is totally not a get rich quick scheme. So your typical participant isn't going to experience these claims that they're making. That's the bottom line here. Claims about earnings should take into account both what participants earn and what they spend. Did you see or hear anything in that testimonial about people, what they spend as well? They're just making these like, I'm going to make $100,000 a month, $48,000 a month, $10,000 a month. They're not talking about their expenses. Somebody even added up the trip to Bali as being like income. Most MLM participants incur numerous expenses, such as costs for product purchases, travel for conferences, tools or services, and training. These expenses must be subtracted from any revenue earned to determine whether the participant has made a profit or lost money. It is deceptive to promote what MLMs may pay participants without also disclosing the typical expenses participants may incur and the typical amount of those expenses. For example, should expenses nullify income for many participants, a claim that participants are likely to earn any money would likely leave a net impression that is deceptive. Well, ding, 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 we've got 2 for 2 already. Bullet point 3. An MLM participant making claims about MLM income must have a reasonable basis for the claims disseminated to current or prospective participants about the business opportunity at the time it makes the claims. A reasonable basis means reliable, empirical evidence that supports the claim, not subjective beliefs or personal anecdotes. It is deceptive to make claims without appropriate supporting evidence. 3 for 3. Let's go on to bullet point 4. No aspect of an earnings claim should be misleading. No aspect. I don't even need to read any more of this point, but we're going to do it because it is already misleading. For example, claims made about making money while working only a limited number of hours are deceptive if they do not represent what participants generally experience in terms of money earned or time worked. Next point, truthful testimonials from MLM participants who earn large amounts of money or career level income likely will be interpreted as representing that their experience is representative of what others should expect to receive. Well, isn't this the humdinger of them all? Perfectly describing what was in that video on Instagram. Given the reality of MLM participant experiences, such a testimonial is atypical and not representative of what most MLM participants will achieve. Presenting atypical earnings to consumers considering an income opportunity is likely to generate a deceptive impression. At a minimum, avoiding deception requires a clear, prominent, and unavoidable presentation of the typical participant's revenue and expenses, all of which must be substantiated. Are results not typical, results are not guaranteed, or similar disclosure is not enough. Moreover, to be clear and conspicuous, the disclosure must be prominent, worded in a way consumers understand, placed where consumers are likely to look immediately next to the claim it disclaims, and not easily missed. These principles apply also to disclosures in all multimedia ads, including claims in video and audio ads. This isn't looking very good for Enagic. Is it? Oh, but we're going to keep going. In addition, disclosures that include information inconsistent with or contradictory to what is otherwise said in an advertisement are not effective. Disclosures need to be both understandable and unambiguous to be effective. There were no disclosures in this. The next thing I want to show you is Enagic's income disclosure statement. Now, the first thing that comes up is Enagic USA's income disclosure statements. That's what we're going to look at. And I've put the link in the description for you below, so then you can do your own research after this. Enagic USA earnings disclosure statement updated as of April the 12th, 2023. And we're going to look at this. All right, so the typical experience of distributors, 59% of distributors are earning a median amount of $285. But I believe this is also before expenses. So they're not actually earning anything. But this is according to Enagic's own income disclosure statement. So the majority of participants, according to their own income disclosure statement, just over 59% of participants are earning a median of $285 for the entire year. But then you have this person and all these other people saying they're making all these tens of thousands of dollars each month, making it look like this is possible, that this is actually representative of what you can achieve in this company. The next thing I'm going to show you is another video from Instagram from somebody claiming that Enagic has somehow helped them with their cancer. Without saying that it's helped them cure their cancer, the implication is there. There's no reason why they should be using cancer and their stage 4 cancer diagnosis and then linking it to Kangen, this Enagic water in the first place. And then I'm going to show you what the FTC has to say about this as well. So keep in mind, both claims, like making these health claims, product claims, and also deceptive earnings claims, are illegal. You can report this to the FTC wherever you are in the world.
So I was a professional athlete back in 2017.
And I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of small. It says stage 4 cancer testimony right off the bat. Stage 4 cancer testimony by pro athlete and cancer survivor. There's no disclosure here. There's no saying, it's just like showing the Kangen machine and then stage 4 cancer testimony.
Playing indoor volleyball and was very health conscious, very aware of what I was putting into my body. And in the middle of my season, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. No family history, no gene in my body. I went through the process of chemotherapy for 5 months, almost 6 months, where I did it every single day. And afterwards, I was left with tons of side effects, neuropathy, migraines, vertigo, fatigue, you name it, brain fog. I had it, and I still had ambition to play professional volleyball. So a friend of mine posted on Facebook, and I reached out to him, and he sent me some info, and I pretty much bought the machine right then because I decided that I wanted to take my power back, and I wanted to take my health back, and whatever that meant, I was going to do it. So I invested in a machine, and within a week of drinking the water, my body was returned to a state of origin and optimal function where my body was able to detox and heal itself from the chemo. And 5 years in, no cancer. I'm not on a single piece of medication. That was after 3 months of drinking the water. I was on no medication. I'm playing professional volleyball again, and I turned my pain to my passion, to my profit, and now I just want to tell the world.
And now you are preying on people using deceptive and predatory practices to recruit them into a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. And you should be ashamed of yourself. There's just that documentary that came out about Belle Gibson, apple cider vinegar, on Netflix. Australia 60 Minutes did a great expose on this, where you have people that go down the road of alternative therapies, promoting this instead of getting chemotherapy. And people will listen to influencers like this, and they will get off medication, and they'll say it's big pharma, big medicine is out to kill you. And they're going to go do something like this. And we've seen this happen before, not just in Australia. So this is deplorable, because the whole point of this is to recruit other people to then take out financing, go into debt. People in Kangen are encouraged to go into debt, pay at times, I know in Canada, $149 a year for access to a ridiculous Facebook group, where those Facebook groups are the same as the Facebook groups that I was in Monet. Same training, the coaching, the personal development, except with Enagic. It's like, oh, you're going to get access to special coaching. It's not special. It's just another way to gouge you, take money from you. So this person has survived cancer. They've had this ordeal, and now they're using that to target people who are also probably cancer survivors or maybe experiencing cancer. And that is why this is egregious and it is deplorable behavior. I have no sympathy for somebody who has been through cancer and then uses this to target and prey on people, especially for a disgusting pyramid scheme like Enagic, where, according to their own income disclosure statement, 59% of people are making in quotes, $285 median a year. They're losing money. But health claims. I had, after I went through my chemo, now my body has healed itself from drinking this water. That's the implication. And there's nothing else disclosed on this Instagram video. It's just stage 4, cancer testimony. So now let's take a look at what the FTC has to say about this. This is point 26. What should MLMs consider before making product claims, including claims that products can provide health benefits or help consumers lose weight? Any claims MLMs or their participants make about their products must be truthful, not misleading, and substantiated at the time the claim was made. In addition, it is unlawful under the FTC Act to make health claims for a product or service unless at the time the claims are made, you possess competent and reliable scientific evidence substantiating the claims. Under 15 USC, making deceptive product claims could subject a company to civil penalties of more than $50,000 per violation. Although the determination of whether representations are deceptive is a fact-specific inquiry, below are some guiding principles. So I'm going to read to you just some of the bullet points. Advertisers must consider whether what they say or convey in an ad is accurate, considering the overall impression created by the text, images, and graphics in the ad. Now, what would you say the overall impression was created by that video clip posted on Instagram? Stage 4 cancer testimony. I healed myself, back to origin. What is the overall impression that you got from that video clip? Probably that it cures cancer, because a lot of people in the comments were saying that, and then people would say, well, that's not what she said. It doesn't matter, that's not what she said. That's the overall impression. It is misleading, and it's purposefully misleading. To ensure that disclosures are effective, marketers should use clear, unambiguous language, avoid small type, place any qualifying information close to the claim being qualified, and avoid making statements or using elements that could undercut, distract from, or contradict the disclosure. I could go on and on here, but you get the point. What's going on with Enagic is wrong. It is illegal, and you can make a report to the FTC, just like I already did.
These guys that are creating these pages and making these reels, they're behind fake accounts. They have cartoons as their fucking profile picture. There's no name. They don't show their face.
Hi, my name is Julie Anderson, and this is my face, and this is my real account.
Because at the end of the day, if they run into, or if we run into one of them and they see us down the street, what do you think they're going to do?
So in this hypothetical scenario, if I was walking down the street and I saw men that were trying to recruit people into Enagic, I would probably just look the other way, or I'd just keep walking and going about my business. I don't know, what would you do?
What do you think they're going to do? And if we knew they were who they are, do you think we'll just go, oh, hey mate, how you going? No, they know for a fact that we would fucking fold them.
Fold mean like you would beat them up? Is that what you are taught in Enagic? This is an effective recruiting technique. I'm a bit confused if this is supposed to be a display of emotional regulation and how much your personal development that you've done in Enagic has really transformed you into the best version of yourself. So if somebody was pointing out that you were part of a predatory pyramid scheme, a scam, a fraud, your reaction would be to hopefully run across them on the street and then just beat them up. Make sure that would be a really effective recruitment tool. I also have another question. How many women are in your downline?
And it's honestly a shame that you're not putting this time and energy into something that could actually make you money, right? You're creating...
I just got whiplash. So there's the threat of violence, and now it's, well, but you could join my team. I'm a really good upline.
Reels, you're doing content, you're doing exactly what we're doing, but you're creating hate and you're getting nowhere because of it. All right, so I hope it makes you feel good, and just know that if we do find out who you are, it's not just going to be like, oh, we'll let you slide. Like, oh yeah.
In all seriousness, this skewing towards violence is concerning. I'm concerned for the young men that are going to be following this example. They think that this is leadership. They think that this is masculinity. They think that this is business, like entrepreneurship. And I'm also concerned for their spouses or the women in their lives that may have something to say that's just critical, and how that's going to be met with.
You don't know who people are, right? You see us on social media, but you don't know me. You don't know who I am. You don't know who these other guys are. But let's just hope we don't find out who you are. All right. At the end of the day, we're a nice, friendly family page here, and we don't want any drama. So keep to yourself, and I wish you all the best. All right. Use this reel. Use this story. I don't give a fuck. Post some more about it. Just know that I despise you, and you're.
There's a lot of mixed messages going on in this reel. You know, I wish you all the best, and I also despise you. That's congruent with multi-level marketing.